Hey guys, welcome back to a podcast today. I'm here with my friend Alexa, and we're going to talk about all things being a woman, being a mom, being a dentist. Hey girl, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here today.
I'm excited to be here today.
Literally, I could not wait to ask you because we've got kids within 3 months of each other.
Yeah.
And when I first met you, you literally had just had her. Like you were pumping, and like we were in a conference, and you were like,
it was a dark time.
Yeah. And you were like, do you mind if I leave early? Like, I have to pump in the car on the way home. I'm like, oh my gosh, please do. And so I just loved you for that. I loved it. So we both work in the same DSO. And we actually both worked in the same office for a while. And it was fun. And meeting other boss babe dentists, moms, you connect on that. You connect on that a lot. So let's talk about what it's like to be a mom and a dentist at the same time. Because a lot of people, we work 2 full-time jobs and we never get time off. So for me, it's like a juggle. Do you ever have to go into like mind switch mode? Certain hours of the day I'm in mom mode, and then I've got to like turn on my work mode brain. And sometimes it's so hard when the two of them overlap.
I'm actually not good at switching immediately from one to the other. So I work, 8 to 5, and my drive home is about 7 minutes long, which I'm very grateful for, but that means you have to switch gears in 7 minutes because my other full-time job starts.
Yep.
So being able to come home and just immediately turn it off
is hard.
Not really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an overlap there.
Totally.
So I find a great degree of difficulty in
What do you do for yourself to get yourself like to decompress from the day? Is there anything that you do?
There probably should be. but no, there's... You don't know, because I think everything that we're talking about, those are all full-time jobs. My job, my career is a full-time job. And then so I'm part owner of an Ideal Dental location. So that means I do the dentistry, and then I'm also worried about running the business aspect, which I'm a dentist. I do teeth. So I don't know anything about P&Ls and all the business stuff. So I got to, learning, that's more than 40 hours right there. But I'm not giving it more than 40 hours. So we're automatically overwhelmed there.
Yeah.
Then the mom thing, full-time job. So is there anything that I do for myself in there? Honestly, no. Yeah. I think that's part of the problem for me is I just run ragged.
Yeah.
Like just overwhelmed the whole time and just pretty much in survival mode the whole time.
Yeah.
The brief moments where I do, like I'm a bath person. I really love my bubble baths. We have a hot tub. I love sitting in the hot tub. But the only guilt-free time of that is when she's napping. Otherwise, I feel bad that I'm missing time away from her.
I know. Mom guilt is so real. It is so real. Yeah. And even during like nap time or after they go to bed, I'm still like, what should I do? Should I be productive? Should I rest? Should I take care of myself? Or should I do something for them? It's like, it's a constant cycle.
Right.
I know it's so hard. I actually dropped off Jack at school probably a month ago, and it was like a really hard drop off. Like he was crying and sobbing, and I could hear him all the way to the parking lot. And then all of a sudden I had to like get in my car, get ready, get my face on, and like jump on a meeting, jump on a call, go see a patient, and act like nothing happened. Yeah. And like, I feel like that's so hard for us. Like, I feel like everyone deals with it. Nobody talks about it. Yeah. But it's like, you have to learn to switch all of a sudden and act like nothing happened. Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard for us mentally. I actually just had a therapy meeting this morning. So I see a therapist once a month, and I love her. And she told me, she was like, it's hard as a therapist because you come in and you absorb people's energies all day long. They tell you their problems and their stories, and then you have to go home and act like nothing happened. And I said, you would not believe it, but dentistry is very similar. I was like, a lot of us, we see a patient and we absorb their energies and their problems and what they're upset about. And then we have to walk next door to the next room and act like everything's perfect. Right. And it's so hard to juggle that sometimes.
There were 15 patients in a row where I had to deal with their fears and their complaints. And anything that hurt, if I touched the tooth, it was also my fault that it now hurts, even though I didn't give them the cavity in the first place. Yep. Emotional management on its own in dentistry I find to be one of the more draining aspects of it that nobody prepares you for in school. And I was an assistant for 12 years before school. So I really thought if anyone knows what this job is like, I would know. I should have an understanding. I had no clue what it's like. Emotional management of patients, but then just the pressure and stress of everything when it's your license and your livelihood on it. It's just very, it's a lot.
Yeah. When I left private practice, I had no access to records or charts or anything. I had one person who tried to ruin my reputation. One person tried to destroy everything I've ever built. And I got 11 board complaints from one person. And it was the most traumatizing event at that time of my life. And I had no access to anything. I couldn't defend myself. I couldn't believe that somebody really would go at somebody like that. And I had to obviously go down to the board and talk through these cases and showcase all of my work. And the happy part of the story is all 11 of these cases were dismissed. But at the end of the day, it was something that I had never thought would happen to me. I learned so much from going through that process. I actually started a course on risk management, especially when it comes to Invisalign cases, documentation, all of that, because I learned so much along the way. But I couldn't believe that another person would do that, especially in what we deal with every day. I mean, you never know what somebody's going through. And that year that happened to me, I had Jack. And I had Jack, I was pregnant with him when I was going through that. And I think I was working with you when I was going through that.
We knew each other. Yeah. We were in the same office.
Yes. And then I had a traumatic birth a couple months later. And it was just like one thing after the next, stacking on top of each other. And that was the hardest time of my life, truly. Yeah. So you just never know what somebody's going through. And then our patients don't know what we're going through. And then they just think to tell you they hate you. I know. So we always have to be kind. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's got struggles in their life, and to just be there for each other and support each other. Yeah. I think it's so important as dentists and as females, and especially as moms, to just be there for each other. I think we sometimes get so isolated because we're so busy. We're just like trying to make it through the day. Yeah. That we don't reach out, we don't support, we don't always collaborate, and we should. Yeah. We should.
I think that's one thing our generation is largely missing. Everybody talks about the village, the grandparents, the parents, the help of the family. We don't have that. More so, I think, than other generations, just the flow of life and everything. We don't have as much support. But it's funny because we've been trained that way, especially as women, full careers, moms. I deal with it on my own. I just handle it, and you just figure it out. It's what you know how to do. My mental health, figure it out later. I've got to solve everything else. So there isn't a big support network, but at the same time, I also don't think to go ask for it. Yeah. Even today, when you said, "How are you?" I'm fine. I mean, I'm not on fire right now, so I guess it's good.
I love you. This is going to turn into a therapy session. Yeah. I'm about to give you all the therapy you need today.
Yeah. If you ask me 10 times, we'll get to the real layer.
That being said, I'm going to invite you to my retreat. So I'm actually doing a retreat for dentists, for female dentists, probably Sedona, TBD. I have a meeting about it today, where we're just going to talk about mental health, and we're going to talk about wellness, and we're going to talk about the support system. And it's just going to be a weekend to go and be away, whether it's away from your practice, away from your children, away from your life, just to go and have 3 days of just like meditation, grounding, self-care, and to come back feeling whole and feeling taken care of. So you're going to come with me. Yes. I'm inviting you right now.
Yeah, I think I've earned that.
I'm inviting you right now. You need that time for yourself. No. So tell me a little bit about, because I know you were an assistant before, but then you went to dental school. When I met you, you had just graduated dental school. So tell me, what is that like coming out of dental school as a new grad and then like diving right into practice? Tell me a little bit about that.
It's funny, that year, I'm going to try and make it through this, but it's going to get emotional now.
I love you. We're here for it.
That year was by far the hardest year of my life. And it's her. It's the baby that made that so hard. The transition on its own, I don't think I realized. So we moved right after I graduated. I mean, I delivered her, and then I walked across the stage 2 weeks later.
Oh my gosh.
With full postpartum depression that I did not know I was in.
Oh my goodness.
Just emotionally, just not in a good place. But you don't know that when you're in it. So you're smiling and you walk across the stage and do the whole thing. And then we pack up the house and we move to Texas because I'm not raising my daughter in Las Vegas.
Okay, that's where you went to dental school. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Not raising her there. So we move, and so, and we drive, and we drove everything, and I'm driving with a newborn, and my husband's driving with a Doberman and 2 cats, and, we do this thing in 4 days. Now, having a 2-month-old is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Driving across the country with all that, difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get there, we're renting a house, where do we want to live? We don't know anything, you know. All of those individual things are difficult on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And I have just always been like, my whole life, just full steam ahead. I'll figure it out. It's fine. That was a really hard one to figure out. So then we get there, we're trying to get settled. I've got this new job that I think I'm going to just be fine because I know how to do this, right? And when you graduate, they say you're ready. That's what they said, right? So I'm starting, and then work on its own changes to I'm going to work at this office to I'm PRN.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I'm a brand new dentist, and I'm in a different office every day in a new city every day, where there's an hour drive here and an hour drive. What's a toll road? What's the toll like, I mean, just, it was like blank slate, everything at the same time. And that was like just incredibly overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still in this like ball of depression, and I couldn't figure it out. And I actually at some point had called, I didn't have a new doctor because I'm in a new state set up. I called my doctor in the other state, bawling, crying, saying, I think I need to be on medication. This can't be normal. I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, honey, it sounds like postpartum depression. You're going to have to call your OBGYN. I'm like, I don't live there. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then having to find, so all that going on, and then new job, driving all over town. I mean, if I left the office past 5:00, I cried the whole way home because I missed time with her. And so, this new baby at home, I mean, that was a dark time.
When did you start working after the baby?
She was 3 months.
Okay.
I went back right about 3 months old.
Yeah. I feel like as dentists, every dentist I talk to doesn't get long enough to take the time
100%.
off.
Yeah.
Because whether you're an associate or own an office or with a DSO, you have to be back. Mm-hmm. It's like, when can you get back? Your team's waiting on you. Your temps are waiting on you. Like, when can you be back? And I know doctors who've taken like a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not fair. It's not fair for us, but we do it. We feel like we're expected to do that.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah. In the 3 months, mentally, I realized that was a lot longer than most women get. Mm-hmm. I was crying for the last month thinking, how am I going to be ready to leave her, Mm-hmm. But my husband was still in school. He was remote doing a PhD. So someone's got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. Like, you've got to figure this out.
Yeah.
So
that's tough, especially as a new grad. I know there's a lot of new grads out there that think, okay, I'm ready to go. I want to get out there. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be making all this money. And I don't know about you, but I was like broke for a while when I came out of dental school. I thought I could like buy bottle service at a club my first paycheck. And then I realized, oh, that's expensive. But what has it been like now? You're how many years out now?
This is my 3rd year out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how are we feeling?
About the job, pretty damn good, to be honest. I feel like I picked everything up really quick. I did some really good CE in the beginning that just supported what I wanted to do. I love the surgeries. I love implants. Mm-hmm. I took a ton of CE on that, and that's been my focus.
I love that.
I'm not crazy about other things. There's specialists for that. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
So that aspect has been really great. Like, I absolutely love what I do. I feel like I'm pretty dang good at it. I figured out the people management part. Feeling how to make it not exhausting, I haven't figured that out. You know what I mean? Like, the burnout is a real thing. Yes. And knowing when you need to step away, and we're taking a weekend off here, whatever. Mm-hmm. I need 5 days off now.
Yeah. Boundaries was a big thing for me. Learning to set boundaries. And I had to go through a lot to learn to set the boundaries. Mm-hmm. So when I had Jack, I was working, and I was a leadership position for this DSO that we work for. And I love the people on the team. I love the leaders. The person I was reporting to at the time, who's no longer with the company, it was the second day Jack was home from the NICU. Like, we had just gone through the most traumatic birth, 2 weeks of the NICU, and this was the second day he was home. My boss at the time was like, can you jump on calls today? And I did it. I did it because I was too vulnerable. I was in such like a vulnerable state to say no.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. And I'm like on these calls with my newborn in my arms, thinking like, if I don't say yes to this call, it's like my job could be in jeopardy.
Right.
Fast forward, I actually was the one who stepped down from this job, but it opened my eyes so much to like, oh my God, we have to set boundaries. We have to like say no. There's meetings that I'll say no to because they're at nighttime and I want to do bath time. I want to do books with my kids. Like I say no to Saturdays now. I say no to doing CE events on Saturdays because I want to be at home. I want to be at home. So it's like learning the power in your boundaries is really a powerful thing. And before I was such a people pleaser. I was like, okay, I have to say yes to this event. I have to get this opportunity. Maybe they'll stop asking if I say no. But when I started putting boundaries in place, I became a happier person. Do you have boundaries?
I think I've gotten better at that. But I part owner of the office I'm at now. Mm-hmm. The boundaries completely took a back seat because I felt I needed to give everything I had to it, to build it, because I've got money in this now. Yeah. And it truly is my name on the door. And the reviews, I mean, just everything you start paying attention to, that I started working through lunch. So if there's a 12 o'clock emergency, I'm taking it. Whatever the treatment is, I'm doing it. I'm grateful that I have assistants that actually were willing to work through all of it with me. But if we had late appointments, take it. So I just was willing to do whatever I had to build it.
Of course. But
now I feel like we're there.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing pretty dang good. So I'm getting to the point where you just said I'm ready to get rid of the Saturdays. Let's get a PRN or somebody else.
Let's do it. Yes, girl.
You know.
You're there. So like we all have to grind it out at some point in our lives.
Yeah.
We've all been there, like trying to build something from scratch and build something. So grind it out while you need to, but then acknowledge, like, look at how far you've come. I'm so proud of you. You have created an amazing practice, an amazing team, and you deserve to be able to make those choices for you, for your family, for your team. Yeah. So I applaud you.
Thanks.
We're gonna go out for drinks sometime when you've got the day. What advice would you give to dentists just starting out?
Like out of school?
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, just go easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Because you really think you're ready for all of it, and there just is so much that they don't teach you in school. Mm-hmm. The non-tangible items. Yeah. You can do a filling, you can do a crown, you can do, a presentation to a patient, explain what they need. But you need to be able to do all these things in about 10 minutes. And you need to be able to do it efficiently and well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And your paycheck depends on it. And it's just... that learning curve is very large, and I felt way too much pressure in that. And I feel like my advice would be just take the time. It's okay. Give yourself the minute to adjust in the filling you used to have 3 hours to do. You'll get to the 10-minute prep. You know what I mean? It's fine, but just don't rush it because, things can go wrong if you do.
Yeah. I would say have faith. Always have faith. Know that it will get better. Yeah. You will become a successful dentist. You will have growth. You can have all the dreams that you've wanted. I'm actually listening to / reading Jen Gottlieb's book, Be Seen. And in her book, she talks about try not to compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 20. Yeah. So many of us look up to people and are like, she's an amazing doctor. She's an amazing this. What is she doing that I'm not doing? But it's like we're in two separate eras of our life. And so I have that fault. I sometimes will compare myself to people who have been speaking and teaching and doing courses for way longer than I've been. And we all deal with that. We all deal with trying to compare ourselves because we're just all in a different place in our journeys.
Yeah. Yeah, I think comparison 100% the thief of joy, though, being, and I pay attention to that a lot. If you watch even women on Instagram, like the fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Please give me the ones that have children, though. Almost 40 also. You know what I mean?
Yes,
this. I can't be looking at the 22-year-olds that have nothing to do today but work out. Like, we need fair, playing field.
We do.
Yeah.
Comparison. I've been really trying to focus a lot on, like, gratitude and positivity and just trying to bring that energy in because sometimes you start spiraling. We all can start spiraling. Sometimes I'll be driving down the road and I'm like, okay, Christina, you're spiraling. Yeah. Like, take it back a second. Why are you upset? What are you thinking about? And it's like, you have so much to be grateful for. And so I try to really focus on gratitude, positivity, and then bringing that energy to everybody that I'm around.
I always get that from you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. Seriously, like I look up to you as a mom. I looked up to you that day that you had to go pump in your car, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's doing it. Like she showed me that I can do it. And I know a lot of people look up to you too. So I appreciate you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This was fun. We should do it again.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. We'll see you guys next time.
You.